I wish I was.
Yeah, it's great.
You guys are so right. Welcome to the Steve Kayla Show. Nice. That's a transition.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey guys, did you guys know that I was once Bruce Willis, but I was dead? But for a long time, I didn't realize I was dead, and I was helping this like real creepy little kid because I was a psychologist. He was going through some things, and then he was like, "I see dead people." I was going, "You're fucking bananas," but it turns out it wasn't bananas, and I was dead the entire time. This kid sees dead people. I thought to myself, and do you know what I see? I see great value windows and doors whenever I go to grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. That's right, that's grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. I can only apologise to Graham's Windows and Doors for the state of these initial advertisements for them, but grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk is they are Yeovil's finest purveyor of windows, doors and conservatories. That's grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. They're a family run local company. They're brilliant, they're great partners. We really appreciate you guys. That's grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. Now, on with the show.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the Steve Kaylis Show. I'm Steve Kaylis, and I'm joined, as per usual, by producer George Gunton. George, are you okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
Very happy smile then.
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see what we can do about that.
Yeah, ruin it, I'm sure. Yeah.
And we're also joined by my other co-host, Lissy Jane. Lissy, are you okay?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. So, guys, the plan is we're going a little bit off script today. We're going to do the initial, what have we learned this week? Just a sort of passing thing, because the point of the Steve Kayla Show, as you all know, is that we are on a journey, all three of us, and Kevin. The Steve Kayla Show is about mine and my co-host's journey to become more fully rounded human beings. We're re-educating ourselves. We want to be better friends and partners, better colleagues, just better all-round human beings, and we're supporting each other on that journey. So, with that in mind, Lissy Jane, what have you learned this week?
What have we learned this week? Learning stuff is cool.
So I've been looking into Louis Armstrong's life this week.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
He obviously is a fantastic, world-renowned trumpet player. But I loved him growing up. My mum used to play him and like Ella Fitzgerald all the time. And I just got into his life a bit more. And I didn't know that he actually learnt how to play trumpet in a child's detention centre.
Oh.
And I think he had a pistol. He fired a firearm out in the streets and then was put as a child and then put in like child prison and then learnt to play the trumpet. And then he came out and he smoked cannabis a lot throughout his whole life. Like that was the norm for him. And I never knew that. I never
No, I didn't know that. No.
Like amazing. And then, yeah, he just like literally traveled around America joining different jazz bands. And his second wife actually got him a record deal by tricking him into playing at a jazz club. And that's how his career took off.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
You
really
learned
cool.
something.
I did.
You learned something.
Yeah.
That's great. Who's the guy that sings I See Trees?
That's Louis Armstrong. But that
Right,
song
okay.
didn't actually become famous until he was dead.
Right, I see. Yeah. So
Which is
I
bizarre.
thought that was the right guy.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah, that was a pretty good impression as well.
I see.
Oh, no, you've lost it.
Have I?
Yeah.
For me and me. Big Cookie Monster show. Cookie.
Oh, you did that well as well. Yeah.
Cookie.
You were born to be him.
Yeah. Cookie. Do you remember when was he there for the Dalek era? We tried doing Dalek impression.
Oh, that was a good
I
one.
worked on that. On holiday, it managed. Not that any of this will take away from the brilliant point that you just made and that you educated us with, but apropos of nothing. I'm a Dalek.
Oh,
Wait, that wasn't it. Yeah,
No.
I don't know who that was. War machine. No, it's not it. I've lost it.
You have.
Every time I'm in front of a microphone, I lose my Dalek impression.
I'm not going to try. I was going to try
It's
then.
the Doctor.
No, you're too high pitched,
Am I?
I think. Yeah.
It's the Doctor.
Oh, no. No.
It's the Doctor.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Lissy, can you do it? You don't want to do it?
No.
Oh, yeah, but this is audio. Okay, I'll give it a go. It's the Doctor. Listen, that was a dreadful.
Voice got so bassy all of a sudden.
That's strange.
Yeah.
George, what have you learned this week?
I learnt about. Do you remember Akon?
Yes.
Yeah. Convict music.
We all remember Akon. Do you remember?
I'm so versatile.
I'm Mr. Lonely.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Do you remember that after all of that, he was like entrepreneurial and was going to build a city in Africa?
That's right.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Does anyone remember if it was ever done?
No.
Yeah, sort of. Or didn't he provide lots of power for a single village or something? And
No,
stuff?
well, no, he was going to build an actual city, and it was going to be like a real version of like Wakanda or something like that. You know, that was, and he had like 3D models of these like really futuristic buildings. And
Akonda forever.
I think it was actually just Akon City. It was called.
Oh, that's an opportunity.
Yeah. And he was going to use Acoin. It was called
Like it's the currency.
Yeah. I watched a video on it, and it was never done. Basically, he had loads of people actually invest. He had actual investors, and then COVID happened, and I think they all pulled their funding. And there's one building in Akon City, and that's it.
Forever.
But did he actually purchase the land?
Yeah, the land
he's
has got like a wall around it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll
So-
revisit that.
Yeah,
hopefully.
maybe.
That's really
If anyone
good.
ever gives him any money, again.
It's like get back in the recording studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some throwback
Do some
gigs.
convict music.
Convicts.
Yeah.
Been some-
Convict music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my impressions are a little bit off key today. Convict music.
Doesn't sound anything like him.
Convict music. Convict music. Something like that? I can't remember. I'm just making it up now.
I don't think he really did like sing as much, did he?
Was he a rapper or was he a singer?
It was more like pitchy rapping, wasn't it? Like
Just want you to call my phone. Come on home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, George, that's a very good fact.
Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
That's two interesting things. Well done. Wow, I've got nothing to contribute there.
Excellent.
Have I? Let me plumb the depths. Jellyfish.
Oh.
A little bit about jellyfish this
okay.
week. Jellyfish at the minute are surprisingly populist on the British seaside. Now, the last time I saw jellyfish was in Italy, and there was mountains of pink jellyfish, real stingy bastards, and they'd washed up onto the sand, and they got motorbike riders.
Is that what the Italians call them?
No, not that.
Yeah, stingy bastards.
Stingy bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, stingy bastards.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, stingy bastards. I don't know what that was. God, maybe I'm not a good actor. I'm really struggling to channel any sort of
No,
character.
you're doing
today.
great, buddy.
Yeah, okay, thanks,
Yeah.
man. Really, stinger bastards. And so what they do is they get motorbike riders to ride up and down on the jellyfish to kill them, because essentially they'll just wait on the sand waiting for the water to reconsume them and go back out into the sea. Now, that was the last time I saw jellyfish. So me and my son was hesitant about going in the water because he lived near the seaside. We haven't been very often, and he's a bit nervous about going because it was cold. So I said, "No, boy, come along with old daddy. I'll keep you safe. There's nothing to fear in the water. The scariest thing out here is me." So I scooped up in my arms, held him close, and I waded out. So I was sort of like, sort of bollock deep. And then I was going, "Stay with me, kid. I'm going to slowly sort of submerge you." And he's going, "Okay, daddy." I was going, "Don't worry, mate, but I will keep you safe." And then I saw this blob of white evil heaving towards us, pulsing at us from within the bowels of the sea.
It was the size of this
It must
garage.
have been. You could have ridden it like a horse.
Yeah,
mate.
okay,
It was
yeah.
fucking enormous.
Yeah. We're talking.
teacup.
Yeah.
So I coolly said to my son, "Jellyfish, nothing to worry about there. But we'll head out anyway just to be safe. Just let your mother know, like in the water is a jellyfish." So we coolly left.
That's real.
Well, unfortunately, Misha was filming us the entire time. So what actually happened was we saw a jellyfish, and I went, "Ah!"
Yeah.
and I almost threw my son at a jellyfish to protect myself.
Nice.
But managed to keep all my wits, grab him, and then run out of sand. And I haven't been able to convince my son to get back in the water. since.
Weird.
I was terrified.
I couldn't imagine why.
And so all he wanted to do was walk up and down the sand, because he was too scared of the water after I traumatized him. And so we went up and down the sand, and there was jellyfish just on the sand,
right.
washed up, and they're grim, man, really good. There's something like 96% water jellyfish.
Yeah.
And they're so see-through, and you can see right through them, and then you can see, dark stingers and everything, but just real like I was trying to my son, I was going, they're weird, aren't they, mate? Like see-through mashed potato with brains.
Oh,
And then I thought
not
that would be a
horrifying.
helpful image to help him conceptualize it in his mind when he's thinking about it later, because I know he's got quite a vivid brain. But that's only served to unsettle him more.
I can imagine. Yeah, he's never going to eat mashed potato
He hasn't
again.
eaten or swam
Yeah.
since that incident. So yeah, jellyfish is what I learned, that they at a minute they're sort of all over the coast in England at the minute,
And terrifying.
and really scary.
Yeah.
Especially they're coming at you.
Yeah.
And they're just, well, I suppose, like, ignore my initial description. I was being dramatic. What actually happened was they float towards you in a real ghostly but menacing way. Like, I'm coming for you. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't have to rush, because sooner or later I'm coming to get you. That's the feel that you get from a jellyfish.
And do jellyfish eat?
People. So I screamed at my son.
But do they
"It's
like?
coming straight for us?
Do they like sting prey and then consume them?
Yeah, it paralyzes them.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know how they eat.
I don't know how they.
No.
Yeah, go on. So I mean, Finding Nemo's taught me anything, is that they paralyze the, whatever it is. But I don't think they don't consume. Maybe it's like whales and krill. Maybe they just consume bacteria or
Yeah, I think. I can't,
little
yeah.
microbes.
Jellyfish are carnivorous.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So their diet mainly consists of other animals, believe it or not.
Oh God, I was at risk.
Yeah.
I did the right thing getting my son out of there,
Yeah. I think they could have got you if
Yeah.
they'd all.
especially the size of this bastard.
Swarm.
Where do they eat? Like under their like.
Well, I'm just trying
Blob.
to find that
I
out.
bet they've got like a mouth bum. Have they got a mouth bum? Google jellyfish mouth bum.
Some species' mouths are located on the underside of their bell-shaped bodies.
Not unlike where you might expect to find.
This cavity serves as a dual purpose for being a mouth and an anus.
There's nothing I don't know about mouth bums.
Other jellies have no mouth. Alternatively, they ingest food via openings on their oral arms.
Oh yeah. Merry Christmas.
Oral arms.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So is that like
Oh yeah.
like
yeah,
mouths
yeah.
here?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's really creepy. That shit. Really creepy. Oh, hey, listen, we all learned something from. Well done. That was all. We each contributed equally, and we all learned stuff.
Yes.
So, my sister Kaylee, shout out to Kaylee, recommended talking about and discussing red flags and green flags in a relationship or when you're dating someone. And I thought that's a really interesting thing to discuss. So the thing is, imagine you're going on a date for the first time. You're just meeting a person, okay? What is a green flag and what is a red flag for you, okay? I'll read them out and you two let me know what you think, okay? So you turn up on a date and the other person reveals the following information: red flag or green flag.
Okay.
They like cats.
Green.
Red flag.
Yeah, it is a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They stink and they piss everywhere.
But they're also
And they're sneaky.
Yeah, you get
they're
a
so
friend, innit?
sneaky.
Yeah, like, Jesus.
Sorry, George.
Sorry, George. But yeah, you like cats, obviously. But yeah. But
well, I just like all animals.
I do like all
Well, clearly
animals. I do.
sure, live
But I wouldn't want to live with someone that's a cat person.
with them. Yeah, they probably smell.
What if they're a cat person but don't have a cat?
But they will have a cat if they're a cat
because
person.
they're longing for them all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
What if they're just a generic animal person?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
No.
I like
Okay.
hippos.
That would just be a red flag. I'd be like,
Yeah,
oh
in the
no.
kitchen.
You
I
two
don't
are
want a
weird.
cat in my bed.
No, you two are
Absolutely
weird.
not.
You turn up on a date, first date, they indicate they want to wait a few months before getting intimate. So sex is off the table for the first 3 to 6 months. Red flag or green flag?
Probably a green,
Green
flag.
flag.
Yeah.
Is
I mean, for some people, that might be a red flag.
Yeah.
I would say, for me personally, green flag. I'm old and tired. I got time for that now. I've got no hormones anymore. Got no hormones. Fine. But I would also think for them, why?
Yeah.
Because when's they've got a 6-week course of penicillin or something, or you know what I mean, or they're hiding something, or
I guess that. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
if they're upfront about the reasons why, I've been hurt before, been burned before.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to wait to make sure this is something real before sharing myself with you that way. Okay, I'll totally understand that. But if it's like, well, you want to talk about it? Well, but we have to wait, 6 to 12 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
until
Depending on what the doctor says.
antibiotics wear
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Did you answer? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, green flag. Yeah,
green flag.
yeah.
They live with they're 30 plus years old, and they live with their parents.
Initially, that would be a red flag.
Yeah.
But again, a bit like the no intimacy thing, it depends on their reasoning.
You have to explore it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what if, like, red flag, because it's either, it could be they've got no motivation, and that's a real turn off.
Yeah,
They've got no
yeah.
ambition, not going anywhere. Or it could be, messy breakup. They've got the other person's got the house, they're rebuilding their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think as an initial, with no other information, that
Yeah.
for me would be a red
Yeah,
flag.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, red flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They talk a lot on the first date about their ex-partner, but insist they are no longer in love with them.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, I think so. What I was reading earlier was sometimes some poor soul on Reddit was saying, I think it just means that he's comfortable opening up to me. You know, I was like,
No, red flag.
Oh,
Red
No,
flag.
absolutely not.
oh, honey.
No.
Run away.
Yeah, bye.
They suggest splitting the bill. Right, and this would be different from perspectives.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're men, you and I, George. We take a woman out on a first date, and they suggest splitting the bill. For us, I think green flag.
Green flag, and I would insist that I pay.
Yes, you would refuse it, but be glad of the offer.
Yeah.
It's like the reach for the wallet.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
appreciate the
Classic.
reach.
Yeah.
you appreciate the reach. Now, as the female perspective, please.
What? So the
You're on a date with a guy, and he says, "Hey, this was great. We should split the bill 50-50 on your first date."
red flag.
It's a red flag.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be controversial because
Yes.
a lot of
Yeah,
people would
that's-
say
yeah.
online, it should be an equal.
And we see it as a green flag
Yeah.
from one
I would see
perspective.
it
That's
as
Yeah.
we seem to be relatively traditional in our
Yeah.
sort of views there, don't we? But a lot of
Yeah.
people online will say, "Well, no, you have to split it 50-50 if whatever."
Yeah,
But-
and on the flip side, I would offer. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
if
have
I
to
was
do-
to go on
you
a
have to do
first
the
date,
reach.
But
I would say
yeah.
no.
but
that's-
if the bill came,
yeah,
you do the.
would you automatically assume,
no, I
or would you do the reach?
No, absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But you do the
But
very slow
embedded
reach.
in my brain, but embedded in my brain, like I think probably from rom-coms and watching films,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I totally agree.
boys pay, but I would always, even now,
Because you're a
Offer.
very strong, independent woman.
yeah,
Anyway.
it's my
But-
worst enemy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yes.
interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll explore that.
We can explore that if you want to.
we'll dive in.
It's a bad thing sometimes.
I bet. Yeah. But hey, proud of you, though. Doing good stuff.
Thanks, Steve.
Is a smoker kissing, smelling horrible? If you're not a smoker, I imagine that's probably pretty heinous, isn't it?
I don't know because
What does it tell you really about their personality? You know what I mean? Does it tell you anything at all?
I don't think so.
Will it affect
Like,
intimacy because you don't want to cuddle up to them because they stink like shit and poison and ash?
I think at the point in my life now, it would be a red flag, but it never used to bother me.
George?
It's a bit of a red flag for me.
And you're a smoker.
I'm a smoker.
You dirty, dirty hoe.
I am not attracted to the image of a woman with like a fag.
See, I wonder what the influence is because I still think maybe it's the films I grew up on, or the older girls I saw when I was in school. Buckler's Mead, fucking chaff.
Yeah.
But I still think there's still a sexy element. To
So
it.
I think that is the reason I don't,
yeah,
because I was like,
yeah, it's interesting,
still
isn't it?
like that.
Yeah.
You're still like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. It wouldn't bother me at all. Well, it's part of me would go, I smoke because it calms impulses and various problems I have with my brain and my compulsions, and smoking balances out my moods and hormones a little bit, and it gives me a place to de-stress. When I quit smoking last year for 6 months, whatever it was, I didn't know how to regulate my moods without smoking, which is very bad. So there is things to explore. It doesn't. If someone smokes, it doesn't tell you nothing about them.
No.
You know what I mean? There is something there, but it wouldn't bother me at all because I'm a smoker.
I think for me, in reality, it's a neutral.
Yeah.
I don't really care either way, but
Yeah.
I'm not attracted to that image in my head.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You want to come upstairs? Oh no! I saw
But it's more like
a Parisian lady
in the image. Oh, I love how you did. You know, and I'm like,
No, I've got like a sexy Parisian woman.
Right,
in
okay.
A long black dress with one of those.
like we're in like a skinny. Yeah.
You want to come upstairs?
I'm thinking of like Rolly.
Yeah.
All right, love.
Yeah, I see the tracksuit.
yeah.
Greasy,
And like
slick back hair.
like
I see.
a tar stain on their lip, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Tar thing.
yeah.
Pick her up, George.
And like ashtrays in houses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
Oh my God, yeah.
Although I tell you, the days where I used to just sit in bed, childless, living with my mates, just chain smoking in bed watching Scrubs all day. Fucking glorious.
I do
man.
remember it. Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
days.
Oh my God.
Okay, next one. The favorite film genre is horror.
Green flag for me.
Red for me.
Really?
Yeah, probably me too.
Yeah, and not because my initial temptation was to say because it reveals they enjoy that as their favorite film genre over all the other possibilities.
Like comedy.
Yeah, like comedy or action or whatever it might be. I don't think it reveals too much about their psychology, even though it's a little bit disturbing. But I hate horror films, and I'm a coward. And the other day, me and Misha watched Smile. Seen that on Netflix?
No.
Terrifying, right? It's horrifying. Misha is a psychopath. She doesn't feel fear, right? And she gets bored watching horror movies. She doesn't jump, and we always argue because she so doesn't register the beat of the
Right,
film,
okay.
the rhythm, and she always talks just before the jump scare.
Oh,
God.
It really annoys me.
So annoying.
But it's because she's just so unfazed by it. She doesn't register. But
Yeah, yeah.
if a moment is designed to make you cry or afraid, it will work on me. You know what I mean? Smile was terrifying. I screamed so loud watching Smile, and I leapt into Misha. I leapt into her, and scared her so badly that this enormous man screaming and jumping on her that made her cry.
That'd be pretty scary.
Made her cry.
Yeah, she's really upset. Yeah.
So for me, horror films is like eating hot curry. Like, I don't get it. Why? Why are you putting yourself through that?
Yeah.
Like, you can just have a delicious non-hot
Well, I
curry.
like the adrenaline of the scares.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an excitement to be on edge and watching it. You know what I mean? It's
And you like them.
Do you know what? I have my reasons though.
You've only ever seen about 3 films.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I just don't watch the same films as you do. No, the reason I like a horror film is because I like watching it first and being terrified, but then the joy comes from watching it the second time because I feel like my anxiety's not there, and then I've got control of like what I'm about to watch. So I don't like watching a horror film for the first time. But Christ, I will watch them again and again and again because I
Like-
feel like
like
a
what
sense
sort
of
of films?
accomplishment of not being
I would
afraid of the unknown.
I think that's odd because for me
so
that's like
odd.
watching porn. It's like watching porn. It's like, do you know when the lust is upon you and you're skipping trying to find the right bit. You're 98 different pages deep into Pornhub, whatever, and then you watch something, and then the act is done. You don't go. Plot was pretty good. I'll see where this goes. Does she end up with the postman? And then watch it all the way through. Like a horror movie without the scares, it's a very dry experience because they're usually pretty hollow and empty experiences, just designed like theme park rides, just designed to get you to scared. Actually, to be fair, like stuff like Conjuring and that.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
love it.
The Hills Have Eyes has always been
so
one
good.
for me.
Yes.
yeah. I watched it when I was.
I don't like
Yeah,
Saw
me
or
too.
anything. I don't like gore. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that. And I don't like anything with children in it. So as soon as the little boy came in on Paranormal Activity, my empathy brain started to tap in, and then I couldn't watch it anymore
yeah,
because
I see.
then it upset me.
Yeah.
But like crime dramas, like horror, like paranormal horror and stuff like that, I'm good because
Yeah.
I like watching it a second time and feeling.
Gotcha. In
Strong.
control of it.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Big red
That's
flag
good.
right there.
Yeah, you're a walking red flag, Jane. They they are politically opposed to you on almost every subject. They are politically your opposite.
Politically off.
So, say for example, you are, you believe that you believe in, a woman has right to abortion. You believe that, whatever your natural things are, they are opposed to all of those
It's
things.
just a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
that
got to
just
be.
means their morals
And
are
it's
not
also
aligning with
it's
yours.
subjective to each
Yeah.
individual person. So even though I might be, it would
No.
always be a red flag, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Because it doesn't it's someone born, say, conservative. If you're say in America, I was a Democrat, I was on a date with a conservative. There's no reason you couldn't have like the chemical reaction, really nice romance, and talk about the thing. But if you're going to build a life with someone,
Yeah.
you need to be oriented in the same sort of direction, don't
Yeah,
you? And have the
especially if
same
you-
moral
yeah.
foundation.
Well, and also that's just based on the two political parties. But if we're talking about political views across the board, that's a whole different story as well. You know, that's talking about racism as
Yeah.
well and stuff like that. You know, and
Yeah, maybe it should be more clear. Like they're opposed to on all whatever 4 or 5 things you're most
Yeah,
passionate
okay.
about.
Yeah.
They're opposed to those things. Yeah, and so it is a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
Not because you necessarily someone on the other side of the political spectrum is a bad person, but you will have no chance of building a proper life.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you raise
Yeah.
the kids? Even
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
just end up arguing.
when if your fundamental views are more conservative or they're more Labour, for example, then you're just gonna at one point or another you're gonna
That's going to be
clash.
harder in America than here.
Yeah.
In here it's not so wildly different, but in America there's 2 totally polarizing
Yeah.
sides of the planet, aren't they? Really. Anyway, so they're 30 plus years old and have never travelled outside of their hometown.
Red flag.
Is a red
Yeah,
It's red.
yeah.
Not in a materialistic way, but just
where's
I
your
think
curiosity?
it's yeah,
Where's your ambition? Where's your
adventure.
curiosity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some stuff.
big red one.
The man stands up every time the woman stands up at a restaurant, right? So say you were to stand up, I would stand up, as a thing of manners. I would be really annoyed.
Yeah, sounds really irritating. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be really, like high etiquette, isn't it? I'll
Yeah.
stand every time you stand.
Have you not heard that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yes, but I find that really.
I think I just find it funny.
I
and
think-
then play on it, and it would just go downhill.
I think if I was a woman and a man was doing that, I'd be like, "Oh, mate,
fuck off,
like
sit
just give
down."
up." You know, like come on, you're not from high society.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
right,
you're some
yeah.
bloke in bloody the Bell.
Yeah.
You know,
I just think I'd find it really funny.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen.
Can you imagine you just sit there like this?
you just-
yeah, yeah, like
It'd be so funny.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
really annoying. Oh, I see.
doing it on purpose.
Literally like,
Oh, and I like horror films.
Very good.
let's stay single
good.
forever.
They have a podcast.
Red flag.
Oh.
Oh.
From experience.
Yeah, I think it's a green flag for me.
I think it is for me. Yeah.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
anyone that's doing something creative or like something different than just going to work 9 to 5 all day, every day, you know?
Yeah, and the reason that's on there is because some people see that sort of thing because it's very public, isn't it? Like Misha's very sort of quiet and withdrawn, but everywhere she goes, people know who she is.
Yeah.
As a result of like our Facebook stuff and our show and stuff, there's a lot of local sort of popularity there, and so that does come at a price. And if we were crap, if we were really awkward, I mean,
It comes at a price.
celebrity has drawbacks.
yeah.
You're at the top of the mountain looking down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
But you don't like heights.
Look at all of us below you.
Look at those poor ants.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if we were terrible at it, and each week we were putting out really cringy, terrible stuff, she would have to put, more so than we already are. She would have to put up with the people being weird about it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
being awkward about it, or that sort of thing. So, if it's a green flag for me because it's ambitious and it's interesting, it's creative, but I understand people would go. It's a bit strange. Everyone's
Yeah.
really into that
I
sort of
think
thing.
to modify it a little bit as well, anyone with like a side thing, even if it's withdrawn, even if it's not in the public eye,
Yeah.
we'll still be seen as like ambitious, even if I play the guitar on my own, in my room with headphones on,
Yeah.
but that's what I do. I mean, that might be a bit of a red flag if they're doing it like all day, every
Or
day, but-
luring, and murdering minorities, flat. And there's all sorts
creativity.
of
yeah.
yeah. It got away with it for so long. Yeah, you have to be real good to get away with it. Anyway, so that was red flag, green flag.
Wow.
So, guys, I'm going to put a little bow on the episode unless there's something that anyone wants to discuss before we
Nope.
leave. No, everyone happy?
Good.
Enjoyed that?
Yeah, that was fun. Well done.
Yeah.
Good job. Nice.
Producing.
So I enjoyed that. So guys, thank you so much for George. Leslie,
FR.
thank you so much for no cap.
Yeah.
No cap. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining me around the table. Really appreciate it. It's been a really nice episode. Listener, if you've enjoyed that episode, please consider going to Spotify, click and follow, leaving us a 5-star review. Those things really help get us where we want to be. Thanks, as always, to Graham's Windows and Doors. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. George, is there anything you want to promote before we go?
No.
Already?
I'm coming back on YouTube,
Okay, yeah.
but I'm transitioning between where I live.
Female.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I don't have. I'm transitioning where? Being male and female. Yeah. So next time you see me on YouTube,
Georgina will be
Yeah,
joining us
yeah.
next Tuesday.
but once I'm back on YouTube and I'm uploading regular episodes, I'll start promoting it again.
Bud, Lissy, anything you want to push?
Come and have singing lessons with me. I'm opening up
Yes.
to the public.
Wow. Wasn't it open to public before? Was it secret?
No, so we enroll in August every single year, and then we have a timetable. So that timetable is full
Illuminati.
majority
shit.
of the time. So our timetable literally is done this week. So after next week, you can literally just try it out.
Wow. So
Yeah.
where do we find? How do we get on that? Where do
So
we go?
find B Music Yeovil on Instagram, and the link is in the bio.
in the bio.
Yes.
Nice.
There you go.
I didn't need his lessons later.
Nice. Nailing it.
Okay, well, listener, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. You are the reason we do this. We want to be the UK's #1 podcast. We've had some hiccups over the last couple of months, but we're slowly finding our rhythm. So we really appreciate your patience. No, you two actually haven't. You two have been very good and consistent all the way through. I'm very, very grateful for that. So yeah, very good. So listener, thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.